I'm Rob Houston. I'm the Director of Procurement and Supply for Hampshire Hospitals. When I arrived in November 2013, we had a very aged fleet. It wasn't efficient, it wasn't effective, it wasn't serving the needs of the trust. The premise was to look for some way that we could bring all the trusts under one print managed service contract and find a partner that could help us address some of the issues we had to extricate ourselves from existing agreements. Annodata came out favourably against the cost element, and the creativity to extract ourselves from one of the existing agreements was the clincher in terms of how we would move forward with Annodata as our chosen provider. Annodata's high-level solution effectively was a print-managed service which allowed us to look at resiliency differently on how we address our print needs across the trust. It had to be VAT efficient in terms of being able to make that recoverable. One of the challenges we also had was how we ensured we had a disaster recovery plan. Primarily we have on site a disaster recovery plan which is probably less than ideal in terms of the protection we have on site. So the idea of putting something into the cloud not only gave us some level of efficiency but allowed us to support a growth from how we would cover off our disaster recovery. The Follow Your Print solution helped us in terms of our information governance. That's important to us as a public sector organisation. We have a lot of very personal data which is very sensitive, so the opportunity for us to have a security around who is getting to see the printed information is somewhat controlled by a badge being presented to the device. It also allowed us some flexibility across the site in terms of if one print had gone down for whatever reason, we can just walk to the next one, and therefore that gave us much greater resiliency, allowed us to reduce the overall number of printers we had on the trust with the benefits we have in space, benefits we have in reduced electricity, and all of those benefits that come from working multi-site. So if somebody has printed something off for a site in Basingstoke, goes to Winchester for a meeting, realise I didn't pick the printing up, they just go to the nearest printer in Winchester and print those off. We effectively have 5,500 users, and we probably only had issues with 50 of those 5,500, so the vast majority are happy. I found working with Annodata a refreshing experience. It is always difficult in the public sector. We have lots of forms, lots of processes to follow. Access has been quite difficult, but I found Annodata responsive, found them focused, I found them flexible.